Despite my personal favorite system being Pathfinder 2nd Edition, I play a 5e campaign every summer with my partner and many friends. Every campaign is written and made wonderfully with PC backstory tie-ins and amazingly flexible narration that feels like my party's actions have meaning in the overarching world. The DM that writes these campaigns will be joining me here on this channel now and then, but I figured I'd introduce my next 5th edition character and their homebrew magic item, which is the real star of this video. Here is next summer's campaign setting description that we were given. The Great Gap, the Hollowed Path, La Bathia, or even the Butthole of the Gods in more vulgar company. These are a handful of the colloquial names for the region commonly titled Kel's Crater. Marked right at the top of Mount Norden, in the tundras of the northern lands. This enormous crater, parked directly on the crown of the world's 4th tallest peak, is widely considered to be one of the most dangerous and mysterious destinations one could seek. A permanent atmospheric heat haze distorts the area, thwarting any effort to survey or scout from outside. Spatial anomalies make navigating or mapping nearly impossible from within. The vegetation is strange here and alien, and the beasts are said to grow ancient, massive, or odd. As if this wasn't enough, the land crawls with thieves, killers, cultists, and worse. Governments, religions, and other powerful organizations have proven unwilling or unable to establish any meaningful foothold in the region. Even in the face of such peril, assorted pilgrims find reason to travel here. Some flee to the area to escape their past, running from the law or their own inner demons. Numerous myths and religions revolve around the crater, with many believing this mountaintop touches the land of the gods. The land is brimming with foregone ruins and mysterious magics, calling archaeologists and researchers to study and explore. With this setting, I was deeply compelled to make a bounty hunter, and since I have yet to play a dwarf within 5th edition, I figured I'd lean into the classic dwarf with a gun trope, but with a twist. This fiery red bearded dwarf's name is Brann Sparkshell, and he's an 8th level character with 6 in Ranger and 2 in Bard. We've been notified that through this campaign, we will hit level 12. So with all 4 of the levels that I get, we'll go into Rogue. The Ranger part of Brann is Gloomstalker, with a focus on the Dread Ambusher part of the class. His favored enemies are giants and beasts, of which there are a number of folk tales for the beasts within the crater, and my character's arch nemesis being a giant that he's been hunting there for a long while. The reason for the 2 levels put in Bard is that Brann tells stories of his bounties and captures at inns and taverns, but also to get his hands on the Bard's 2nd level Song of Rest and Bardic Inspiration. All 4 of my level ups will go into Rogue and the assassination side of it, aiming for a strong sneak attack on top of the roleplay as a stealthy hunter. By the time I hit level 12, during the first round of combat, I will have 4 attacks, and every other round will have 3. So, where's the twist? Well, due to Kel's Crater being an anomalous area ripe with magic and oddities, my gun is one of them. I took the gunner feat, so I would be able to maximize my ranger's proficiency with his rifle that I created, that has wild magic. This gorgeous rifle is named Magnum Opus. It is a long barrel hunting rifle with a +1 and has a crescent axe head under the barrel. It's as tall as the wielder with a dark oak stock and a steel barrel with intricate tungsten and gold filigree, starting where the clip is loaded all the way down to where the bullets exit. It can shoot 6 times before reloading, which is of little consequence for me thanks to the gunner feat. How does wild magic work for a ranger, you may wonder? Well, one shot out of the 6 rounds in my weapons clip will randomly roll on a custom wild magic chart I created. I made about 26 options with positive, neutral, and negative effects, then handed it to my DM and said, "Here's some effects to pull from, but I want my wild magic chart to be a 1d20. Here are some pre-made options for you to help create the table, but please make your own as well to help me craft this item." But it's also not as wild as you would imagine, as I can use my blacksmithing abilities on my character to create 2d4 number of bullets during a daily prep that guarantee I get a wild magic shot. These take a bonus action to chamber the round, or I can fill a full clip with 6 rounds of magic for the wildest first turn ever when I am able to shoot 4 times. Now, why did I want a D20 wild magic table? I wanted a weapon that would have an incredible array of potential, but most notably, the opportunity for a ranged weapon specialist to feel more powerful outside of just attacking the most opportune target. With my time within Pathfinder 2nd Edition, I think a lot about tactics or opportunities that could arise. And while this wild magic isn't guaranteed, the chance that I could hinder an opponent may outweigh dealing flat damage sometimes. This weapon's wild magic potential is incredible, so let's go over the table one at a time.
Let me show you its features.
On a natural 20, the effect is called Critical Mass. Roll 3d20. Pick 2 of the rolled dice and combine their effects. All damage from this attack and wild magic effects deal critical damage. On a nat 1, it is Requiem of Jamnation. My attack backfires and my character shoots himself, and the DM then picks any effect from the table that they want and it applies to me. And in order to shoot again, I must spend a bonus action to unjam my firearm. The highest of highs or the lowest of lows. These 2 effects, if they ever occur, make me one of the glassiest cannons I've ever seen a ranger become. I will now read off all the other effects on this D20 table, and I will flip-flop from positive and negative ones, with neutral towards the end. 19. Inspiring Shot. Creatures of your choice within 30 feet of you may move up to half their movement speed or make 1 attack against a target of their choice. A creature choosing to move this way does not provoke attacks of opportunity. 2. Invigorating Shot. Instead of taking damage from the attack, the target regains that many hit points. 18. Defensive Blast. A magical shield surrounds you, granting +2 to AC and saving throws until the beginning of your next turn. You also gain temporary hit points equal to the damage dealt by the attack. 3. Misfire. The attack deals no damage. Roll again on the wild magic bullet table. 17. Thundering Crack. The shot explodes with concussive force, dealing 2d10 thunder damage to all creatures of your choice in a 20-foot cone originating from the target, extending the opposite direction of where the attack had come from. 4. Agitating Shot. The target may immediately move up to half of its movement speed. This movement does not provoke attack of opportunity. 16. Sticky Shot. The target's movement speed is reduced by half until the end of their next turn. 5. Stinky Powder. A burst of noxious powder belches from the gun, affecting all creatures within a 10-foot radius of the weapon. Creatures in the cloud must pass a Constitution saving throw against your spell save DC or be poisoned until the end of their next turn. 15. Hammer Time.
It's hammer time.
The bullet transforms into a large mallet, striking the target for an extra 1d6 of damage. All of the damage from this attack is bludgeoning. 6. Warp Bullet. You are teleported to an unoccupied space within 5 feet of the target. 14. Tracing Round. The next attack against this target is made with advantage. 7. Silencing Shot. You and the target become silenced until the end of each of your next turns. 13. Bouncing Bullet, or Ricochet. The attack also targets the next nearest creature to the target hit. 8. Stimulating Shot. You may take one additional action this turn. The target may also take one additional action on their next turn. 12. Vortex Blast. Large or smaller creatures within 15 feet of the target are pulled 10 feet towards the target. Affected creatures must also pass a strength saving throw against your spell save DC or be knocked prone. 9. Animation. If the target dies within 1 minute of being hit by this wild magic, they rise as a zombie, hostile to all living creatures. 11. Incendiary Round. The bullet explodes into flame. Creatures within 15 feet of the target must make a dex saving throw against your spell save DC or take 3d6 fire damage. On a successful save, they take half damage. Flammable objects are lit on fire. And finally, 10. Prismatic Piercer. The attack now targets every creature within range. I would like to remind you that this gun has a range of 120 feet. I love crafting high fantasy magic items that fit the character and setting perfectly. And I hope this inspires players and DMs alike to create their own items with glorious potential. I hope you enjoyed the video. Hit like and subscribe to keep up with the content here, and until next time, may the dice be in your favor.